so here I am as a photographer.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I wouldn't say you ever failed,
She
actually.
killed it though. She killed both,
Yeah,
both modeling and photography.
yeah, that's very,
You're
very
too nice.
She'll run and do modeling, and then the next thing you know, she has her camera in her hand and she's yelling at people.
yelling at people. Yeah, yeah.
That's the German side coming out.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Okay. So my name is Leyla, which is an Arabic name since my father is Turkish. My mom is Polish, but I was born and raised in Germany, which doesn't make any sense at all because right now I'm living in France since 2018,
Mm.
and we all met here in Japan because now I'm doing an internship here. So mixed up, and yeah, 26 years old, and always happy to be here.
Nice. So, how long have you been in Japan for?
I arrived a month ago, so start of February.
Mm-hmm.
But I was here last year already for a semester studying.
That's dope.
My bad. I'm posting on the Instagram.
What are you studying?
I'm doing my last year in masters for international marketing.
So, what are you trying to
Pretty
like
cool thing.
be? Like, what is your goal?
International marketing. Yeah, that sounds stressful.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, it really does.
No, no.
It really
Can
does.
you imagine in every office you have like this marketing team and they just have to like create content, contact influencers. They have the most fun job ever. Because we don't have to be that serious today. Especially social media marketing, you can do anything for entertainment. You're
Mm.
basically paid to be a child.
So you just gotta post? Is it just post? What the hell?
What the fuck is
How did
that?
you do that?
What?
That's marketing. The power of marketing. I
Yo,
wonder if I can do this. Can I?
is it Instagram? What is this? I didn't.
Yeah, what is this?
Yo,
What?
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, how are you? How do
Leave
you have
it.
like
Leave it up to
hacks?
Layla to figure that out.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Oh man.
I always learn something, right?
Yeah.
We never stop learning.
So, how long do you have left in Japan?
I'm staying until the end of July.
End of July.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, so almost right before I leave. Uh, for 6 months.
Where are you living to?
I'll be in the middle of the ocean. Nowhere exciting.
To the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, nowhere exciting. Just in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, fair
Sailing.
enough. Just going for a dive.
Just
That's
sailing,
nice.
just sailing away.
You know. Sometimes you just gotta be in the Pacific, you
You
know.
know, with a bunch of
He
people. Just hanging
But
around.
just yeah.
wants to eat some really fresh sashimi.
Right, right.
Well, I'm from.
Straight from the source, Mother Earth.
Okay, hold on.
So,
My
oh, you
bad.
doing the
My bad,
social
guys.
media,
I'm trying to post it. I'm
doing
fighting
the
for my
social,
life
yeah,
here.
doing the social media stuff. So, what got you into? Well, what did you do first, modeling or camera work?
Modeling, I would say. It was always some friends who were photographers, and they were like, "Can I take your picture? Let's do that together." I think the first time ever was when I was 16, in Germany.
Mm.
But yeah, it was just nice to. I think it was just the experience of. It was nice to have pictures, but I never saw myself as a model. It was always, with friends. Yeah. And about
Look,
pictures, it's really hard to say since like I got the camera pretty recently, like 4 months ago in November 2024. But I mean, before you have a camera, you can always take pictures with a phone. And I think already before I liked taking pictures.
I think once you pick up a camera, though, it's a whole different experience.
It's really
It's
different, yes.
so different. Like anyone like it comes to a fact if you're trying to get into photography, like taking photos. Of course, you can take them on your phone. You don't need an expensive camera. But when you have that camera in your hand, it's just a whole different vibe to it. You could get away with so much with the camera in your hand. I feel like.
yeah.
So
you
true.
start taking
And
pictures
also
on your phone.
people, they act differently.
Oh yeah,
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 they
yeah.
act
Because
different.
if you're
Yeah.
taking pictures with your phone, you look like a weirdo now. But
Right.
as
Right.
soon as you have a camera, like it's cool. Everyone wants a photo.
Yeah,
Everyone wants a
yeah.
photo if you have a camera in your hand.
It also depends on the camera. I think people who have like the small digital camera or the one where like the object, like the lens, is
Oh
not dismounted, then they're not seen as seriously. Right? And
yeah,
you need a in the camera you can dismount the
yeah,
lens.
yeah. You gotta have
It's
something
big
legit.
thing.
Something
You
legit.
know, people say size doesn't matter, but in camera photography,
Does. Yes, it does.
Camera size matters.
Camera
yeah.
size does matter, just in general.
So you got
Just
in
in,
to photography 4 months. What made you pick up the camera? When it was like, okay, I kind of like doing this on my phone. Let me just get a camera and send it.
Mm. No, I think there were actually like 3 points that led up to me photographing. First thing was last year in July, I met a photographer on couchsurfing who came to Osaka while I was in Nagoya, and he was looking for models. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sad I'm not there, but I have two friends, so you can photograph them." And funny enough, one day later he came back to Nagoya. So literally the one day we were together, and then he was like, "I can take pictures of you as well." And that photographer turned to be
That sounds like Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah, that sounds like Joshua.
yeah,
He told me about
yeah.
the
He
couch surfing
came,
app.
yes, he came with Jiro, so there were two photographers.
Mm.
And at some point, I was like, "Well, can I take a picture of you?" I took a picture. It was not that good. Like looking back at it, it was. Mm. But he said, and Jiro as well. They were just too nice to me. They were like, "Oh, maybe you should start photography." And I said, "Oh, it's just so expensive hobby. And then every time you want to travel, you have to take that stupid camera with you because once you have it, you want to take it everywhere." And then I just felt like I can't enjoy life the same way I do anymore. Like not that spontaneous. So that was the first time someone told me to start photography. And then a couple of months later, I was back in France and I had a high school friend visiting. He's not a photographer, but he has a camera though. And so we took pictures together, like just like tourism stuff and of each other, of friends. Nothing like a photo shoot, but I really liked it. Like to have this camera in my hand, he started explaining. I was like, I like that, but I still don't want to invest the money. And
Mhm.
then when he left, 2 weeks later, I was in a bar drinking tea. My friend had a coffee and she was knitting.
Uh huh.
And at that point, it started raining, and our table was the only one that was not covered. And then another table, there was a man sitting alone. He was like Matthew McConaughey, French version, okay?
Mhm.
Literally. He said, like, yeah, yeah, you can come sit at that table. So we come, and I tell him, dude, you look like Matthew McConaughey. And he's like, yeah, I get it a lot. And then I say, we should do a photo shoot. And he's like, I am a photographer. And I'm like, really? But I don't have a camera yet. I thinking about borrowing one from a friend. And
Mhm.
he said, well, I'm going on a vacation for 2 weeks and I don't need a camera right now, so I can just borrow it to you. This stranger
Really?
just said I can borrow my camera to you.
Hmm.
So he did it. And then I started like asking some random people in the street, on the bar, in the train. I was like, hey, can I get your contact? You look cool. I like your fashion style. Let's do thing. I did. And I learned by trial and error everything that's like aperture, shutter speed, ISO. That was like so strange for me. Um, and then I was like, really like that. And I found a camera really cheap, like secondhand on the internet. I got that one. And since ever, I never let it go.
Yeah.
Just became more and more obsessed with it.
That's how it's. I think that's how it starts. Once you
Yeah.
start, it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an addiction to like, how do I keep going? How do I keep being creative? How do I do something different? Like that's what it turns out to me. Because that's like at this point, like I'm just trying things. Like we went out yesterday night. I just came from Osaka. So I was just trying to chase light. Like I was pulling light. Um, and just trying to get shots like that. Just trying to try something different. So it's like,
That's pretty good shots too.
yeah, I got some cool shots. Um, but it's like always the excitement of trying something new and trying to get a cool shot, and that kind of rewarding to yourself in a way. Yeah. So we got 4 months
What
photography.
kind of camera did you get?
Oh,
Hmm?
So what kind of camera did you get for everybody that doesn't that
I got the same camera that the French Matthew McConaughey borrowed me, which is a Pentax K5. And I've never heard of this camera before. It's apparently a German brand.
Right.
And since it was the one that I had for 2 weeks, I wanted to have something familiar.
Mm. Do you think you will
Yeah.
ever
And
switch brands?
probably at some point, but right now it does everything I need.
Yeah.
My lens is like 28 to 75 millimeters. So what I like to do, portrait shots, I can do a lot with it. And I wanted a zoom lens. And yeah, for now, I'm really glad for that.
It's an
Good.
amazing zoom lens right there. Jesus.
That's the same way. I love my zoom lens. You know, I have the 50 and I have the fisheye, but lately it's just been the zoom lens for me.
Yeah, it's I think yeah, the zoom lens is just such a yeah, man. You all because it's always you can do you want to punch in, you can. If you want to jump out, you can.
Exactly.
Versus having like some prime whatever, and it's like you're stuck trying to. I mean, yeah, you get a better f stop, but like you're just stuck.
Even now they have like crazy zoom lens where they can just go down to something like a 50 can. But
Yeah.
of course they're pricey, so I don't mind this
Right.
anytime
Mm.
soon. But that'd be
What's your favorite thing to shoot, Layla?
Mhm.
So what's your favorite thing to shoot?
Definitely people. And if I go more into detail, I like it to capture raw emotion. So as much as I can, I don't want to put them into a position. I do a lot, like I make them lie on the floor, climb up buildings or trees. I make them lie upside down on stairs. Um, but in general, I try to give them like storytelling, like a position, like a scene, like a movie scene. I'm like, okay, imagining like this and that, and then if it's two people, right, the person's this, and you just act the scene, and that's how it looks the most authentic, as well as like authentic laughters. And last point is I like it to when things get dirty. So for that one shoot, like that one girl, she had like my model, she had a white kimono on that I bought, so it was okay. Then I made her sit on like dirty stuff, and I want to do something with fake blood, with a lot of paint. That's something I want to get into.
Where do you come up with the creativity? Is it something that you just see and it inspires you, or is it just off the dome? You're like, oh, I want to do this. I just want blood, fake blood. I just want to,
Yeah.
Okay, I love that question, and there's also a question that I have behind, but I try to answer it first. So every time I shoot and we try something, I'm like, wow, that felt so good, Especially when it's like already like a couple of minutes in the shoot and the person's really relaxed and they show you this emotions, and I feel like the dirtier it gets, the more the person just lets go of any shame, you know,
Mm.
and that's why I just want to exploit that more. And there's something that I don't understand at all, like how this happens in my head. And if you can explain how this is for you, I would be glad. But for example, the first time I had a shoot with two people was like a fashion shoot. There were two waiters in a cafe that I met like randomly, and they had super cool style. So we met together, and I never ever saw how like you would post two people together. So I was trying to see on Pinterest, but I forgot everything. And during the shoot, I was just seeing things in my head. Like it came up. I had no reference. I never saw this before. It just felt right. It was just like, can you do like, you know what I mean? I don't know where this comes from, and I would be really curious about how this is for you.
I think it's just creativeness. I think it kind of boils down to your creative person at the end of the day, and once you see something, you kind of start putting things together. That's what it seems like.
So
Like from what you're
maybe
explaining,
like
right? Yeah.
a mix of creativity, and it has to be some inspiration for something else, right?
Mm,
Maybe unconsciously
yeah,
stuff that I already saw before.
that's true. Cause like when I shoot, like I'm not good at posing at all. I'll use Pinterest. I don't care. I'll throw myself in the bus. I'm using Pinterest. Sorry, sorry.
That's fine.
I mean, but like also when it comes to shoot, is I just tell people to do almost what feels comfortable. Like we'll do poses, we'll do Pinterest stuff, but I'll be like, there's a point in the shoot where I'm just like, just do whatever. Let's see what we get.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I think in
Yeah.
I see
those
what you mean.
those moments you kind of capture some of your best shots, because then it's natural. You're not sitting there trying to pose them
Right.
in an uncomfortable pose. They're just free.
Just free to do whatever.
It is different for me though. How do I say? It's not like I have an idea and then I'm looking for a model who will fit into it. I see a person, and that person, even if I don't know that person yet, the aura, the energy, the personality that I think the person has, I see that person in a shooting, like in something specific. I tell the person, with you, I would like to do this and that. I want you to like paint a black stripe here and no. And sometimes models, they have like their portfolios already on their Instagram, and they do, for example, the same kind of shoot. And it would be natural for me to do something similar in their style. But if I see them in another style, I just text them like, I want to do something completely different. Are you okay with that? And yeah, I think that makes me happy.
Hmm. So I do want to ask you. Now we're on like storytelling and posing and stuff. Uh, your new project that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull it up on the screen and I'll showcase it to those watching and that'll watch later. Um, I want to know. I'm not gonna ask for all the details because I know you're revealing it through your post.
I
Um,
can reveal it here. I'm fine with that. I can give you some preview. I can
here
even leak some
first.
pictures if you want to.
Ooh,
Ooh. I like
I
leaks.
like leaks. I like. So I have it pulled up on the screen. This is her most recent project that she has
See,
going
can
on,
you
and it's
What do I have to do
share
to
your
see it?
screen? Yeah, share your screen on Discord so we can see it.
oh me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Please, por favor. Por favor.
can you see? Can you see?
No.
Can we
Oh,
all?
maybe? We have to
You
click
have to
on it.
click on watch stream, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I
Are we
see.
all looking at her Instagram?
It's
We
loading
are.
right now for me. Yes.
Cool. So she has this new project going on. Amazing photos, first off. Um,
Thank you.
super sick.
The talent is
The
real.
talent is real, super real. I gotta ask, where did you come up? First off, the dolls. Where did the dolls even come from? Let's start at ground one. Let's start. I
Okay.
wish you had the picture here of you carrying all those dolls, so we could show everyone.
It's
Uh,
okay, wait. Can I send you something and then you can share it?
yeah. If you want to, I'll pull this to the side so I don't leak your Discord.
Can I send this to you on Instagram?
Yeah. Send it to Instagram.
Okay. So I bought this on the 27th.
We're gonna showcase.
Okay. Maybe I can already talk while I'm looking for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
the first thing was the waterfall. I was in this new neighborhood and I didn't know the area at all. So I know I don't have a gym since it's very expensive in Japan. And I just went on these runs and then I randomly found a temple in the middle of the mountain, which was amazing. I met this super cool young woman who works there. And then a little further was this waterfall. I was like, oh, this looks so cool. I really want to like shoot here one day. But it was just like a vague idea. And then I was on a festival in Kyoto, and they had a market with secondhand stuff. So I could actually buy kimonos for really not expensive. And I was normally I wouldn't have bought anything since I only stay until end of July. But at that point, I was like, you know what? I think I could use it for like my shoots and then resell them in the end.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go with those pictures. And send it to Instagram. And then I was looking again for another shoot for a mirror on Jimoti, which is a marketplace on on the internet here in Japan. And so I was just scrolling through, and then someone had two Hina dolls. So Hina dolls are these; they look like the Empress and the Emperor.
Mhm.
And I found them really interesting, and they were like a good price for two dolls. So I was like, negotiating a little bit, just testing because I was not that interested. I was like, is that okay? And then she said, yes. When can you come and get it? And I thought, okay, the Hina festival is in a couple of days, so I was like, as soon as possible, maybe tomorrow night. I said, okay. So after work, I went there, and then I saw so many boxes. It's like, what is that all? She's like, yeah, it's $15, and then this kind of decoration, and then the furniture, and the red carpet, and everything you can think of. And I was like, for the same price? Yes, for the same price. So I got all of it. It was a hassle to transport this through all.
Did you send me the photo so I could pull it up?
Yeah, it's like I can only post it as a real publicational story. Let's show you the Discord. Yes, I can. Great. To you. Send. So open first the picture with the boxes though.
Okay.
It's loading. Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can see you. As soon
Okay,
as
now
it
it's
sends
sent.
over, I'll open it.
Okay, so I had all these dolls, and I was like, okay, I think I should bring those dolls to the waterfall since there is a tradition in Japan where you make them float on water.
Hmm.
And I thought I want to bring a completely different perspective to it. If you want to show the picture of the boxes, I don't know if you
I'm
can
still
open
waiting. I haven't got it.
Okay. Yeah. And so since I had all of this decoration all of a sudden, I asked my models if they can come a little bit earlier since we only had like Saturday morning. That was it, like until noon. That was the deadline.
Mhm.
Joshua came from Nagoya, and he asked me to come on his personal project. And since I organized this super spontaneously, I was like, "Do you want to come on mine as well?" He was said yes. So we had those two models coming, and Joshua is the second shooter. And so we did the home studio at my place. I put the red carpet as like the background, and we used this. But that was not the main idea. It was just because I had so much decoration all of a sudden.
Did you send it to my
And
personal? Sorry to cut you off. Did you send it to my personal?
yeah,
Oh shit.
on Discord.
Oh, you sent it on Discord.
Yes.
Layla, I was looking on Instagram this whole time.
I could not send it on Instagram. I could only publish it on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm so
That's why I was
sorry.
so confused. Alright, so we got
Yeah.
boxes.
It was so heavy, I swear to God. Even like the people in the train stations, they were it was like too much for them to carry even two of those boxes. I was so happy at that moment I went to the gym.
You went to the gym? This was your gym.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
then
for real,
this
for
was
real.
my gym.
oh shit.
Wait, don't show this yet, don't show this yet.
Ah!
What?
Those shit look crazy. My bad.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you continue your story while we look at you with 1,000 boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically I had all of this at my place. It's still at my place. It's up to sale, guys. If you want to buy one of these dolls, you gotta tell me I sell them. I don't need them anymore.
Sell them for good
Or
price.
dolls.
Yeah, but if you want to, I can tell you the meaning behind this shooting now. If you want to pull up my Instagram profile, you can.
Yeah. And it, whoa. What did I do? Bear with me. What did I do? I'm looking at Fox. I just put it like that. Okay.
So if you click on the first picture on the white key.
Oh shit. White kimono. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so this. Okay, so you know the Hinamatsuri. I will explain it really briefly. What it means is how I understand it. In Japan, you pray for the health and the protection of young girls, especially when they're born, but also later on. And then what you do is like you gift them the Hina dolls, and then it's also passed down generation by generation. So these Hina dolls that you see from the fruit are actually 45 years old
Damn.
and impeccable state. And so that's like a really nice tradition, right? Really idealistic. So the model in the white kimono is there to see all this innocence of how we're gonna see these little girls that we want to protect and stuff, how it should be. And then we have the girl in the black kimono, and I don't want you to see them as two different people because it is one person. So you have the innocence of the girl,
Mm.
and the black kimono is like everything that happens to her, everything that's like maybe traumatizing, unfair, life experiences, mental health issues. And I have to say that, so luckily I didn't have any traumatic experiences in my life, but I have many friends who experienced that. And I wanted to do like a reminder that this still happens all the time, and that young girls or young women still struggle with anxiety and depression. And then it's not at all this idealistic thing that we see, like, okay, we're going to pray for good health or for beauty. Um, but this is like real life, the reality. So this is like the dark side.
Mm.
And if you click on the leak, the one where you see both of them together kneeling, yeah. So you see the the reality, right? Who's behind her, and she's having her hands on her eyes as to like blinding her, because sometimes the mental health issues, they can be so heavy that you can't really see the sense of life anymore or happiness, and they're really linked together, which is why they're so close in the picture. And then the final is the next picture. If you zoom in on her eye, you can see that it's empty. It's like she's dead already, like an empty shell of what society expects women to be. And this is just like, I tried to have like a powerful message out, and just for those women to feel understood and that they're not alone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's actually dope. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's yeah. So
You guys heard it here first. She gave us the exclusive.
I don't know how to fix my. Oh, there we go. Ha! Fix it. Um, where did so we got the story behind it. Where did this like come from? So you say you wanted to do it for your friends. Where was like, this is how I want to go about it, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, kind of. I think it just, like seeing the waterfall, seeing those kimonos, and like having this white and the black one.
Mm.
And I was also very lucky that I had two models, because I think I could not have pulled it off with only one. Would have been more difficult.
Mm.
And yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, not only for my friends, but just as many people as they can see, and to tell them, look, life can be rough, and social media has been polished all the time, but I want to bring the real side back in the form of artistic, conceptual photography.
I like it a lot. I like that. I like the meaning behind it. It makes the pictures like make more sense. I like it. And
Puts it all together. Yeah.
yeah, puts it all together, and those are pretty damn good photos. Those are really good photos. I'm not gonna
Thank you.
lie. Damn.
It is my biggest project so far, definitely.
So moving forward, do you plan on doing more projects? How do you want to do more projects like this, or continue with kind of the form you have, or just switch it up?
To be honest, I didn't really think that far.
No.
Like, I have many, 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 many people who want to shoot. I have to see how I can fit this into my schedule. We have everything mixed, from people who are never in front of the camera, hobby models, and models who are professionally
Mm-hmm.
in that job. And right now, I'm just thinking of everything I have to edit, all these people who are still waiting for their pictures. I'm still asking myself if I should post those first pictures that I took with the camera back in November,
Mm.
because there is definitely a difference to then and now.
Yeah,
like those 4 months.
Yeah,
you put them in a reel before and after.
yeah, that's an idea.
Something that showcases how far you have come. That's what I like looking back on Instagram stuff, and that's why I never delete stuff too. Is you
Same.
just watch how you grew,
Right.
which is super cool to see in yourself. Um,
That's true.
that's awesome though. I really like the
Yeah,
meaning.
no,
I really like the meaning a lot.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
It means a lot to me.
So we got project. What is your dream project? Like if no like
Like,
no cost was a thing. Like what would your dream shoot be?
um, I think definitely something in the water with like a really, really long, fluffy dress, but I don't have the budget yet
Yet,
for that dress.
yet,
One day,
one day.
yet. Yeah, there are many things that I want to do that require a lot of budget. Yeah, I think for now my project is like trying to make this into a job, maybe.
Mm.
Um, let's see, because I'm still like a student and I'll finish this summer, and then I don't really want to have an office job. Like I would do it, but just with my personality, I love being out there and creating and not having like I don't mind having like a superior who will tell me do this and that. I like that as well, and having coworkers and make fun in the lunch break. I think I would definitely miss that if I would be a freelancer.
Hmm.
But there's something like you have so much more potential when you're alone. So I want to see what comes and how far I can go.
I think it's possible. You just got to figure out how you want to go about it. Cause you and me had that conversation when we were walking. You're like, you're getting paid to shoot. I was like, yeah. You're like, we've been shooting for the same amount of time. I was like, I know, but it's expensive.
So,
So like,
I
especially.
actually had some people.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I actually had some people in France who, some were clients who saw me outside shooting with their camera. They came up to me and were like, I want a model too. I would pay you. Blah, blah, blah. And I had people who I knew before who wanted to pay me. But the thing is, it was just before coming to Japan.
Hmm.
So I couldn't. I had no time. That gave me hope. But I kind of feel also bad because as this is my passion, I know it is a lot of work and it's expensive and the editing hours and everything. But it's also my passion. I kind of feel weird about taking money off it. You know what I mean?
It,
Especially if it's like a personal shoot, if it's like a shoot like at the waterfall or whatever, I feel like I feel bad taking money for this. If it would be a wedding, event, or like a brand, okay. But you know what I mean?
I think it depends how you look at it at the end of the day, right? So I think when, especially a lot of new people that haven't shot, they don't always know what they want to do. So in something like that, where they want professional pictures done, you can almost do your personal projects at the same time, right? So if they're like, I don't know what I want to do, but I will pay you to do a shoot of me. Oh, I have a great idea, and then you can showcase not only you're killing two birds in one stone, and especially if you want to do it professionally, right? Where
Yeah,
you got to make money off of it eventually, because you still got to
yeah,
survive. So it's like, yes, I think money is kind of hard, especially when you just love it so much that you just want to do it. But if you can get paid doing it, then you're just enjoying what you love to do and not having to worry about still showing up to work on Monday because this is your job. You know what I mean?
sure.
Right.
So
Mm.
it's really how
Are you
you
not afraid?
afraid
Are
of.
you not afraid of making your passion your job and then you lose that spark and then you have to force yourself since it's a job?
No, because I think that if you love what you're doing, right? So I love what I do.
Mm.
And if I can get paid for it, I'm not really working. I'm just out having fun shooting and still being able to survive from it. That's how I look at it. With anything that I do, if I don't like the 9 to 5 job stuff. I mean, it's cool, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but that's just not my goal at the end. So if I can do something
Mhm.
full time that I really enjoy and get paid from it, then that's the goal.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. But so there's another thing. I think I have ADHD, and like a lot of people told me, I just never was never diagnosed or something. And one thing that comes with this is you get obsessed with a hobby, and it's been like this in the past all the time, like some kind of sport or some kind of music instrument. I was really passionate for like a couple of months and invested all my time into this, and then it just gradually stopped, and I found a new hobby.
Hmm.
And some hobby were like sticked with me, like the gym and volleyball. But like the piano is untouched since a long time, and the guitar as well, and other hobbies. And I'm just afraid that this is going to happen to photography because as I'm investing so much time right now into photography, I'm neglecting all these other hobbies. And I feel like I don't know how this is going to balance out in the future.
I think if you can keep it creative, um, then it almost keeps your interest, right? Um, if you can keep learning new things and keep just expanding your creativity and meeting people with it, I think that's something will keep your attention. Um, I guess that's a little bit harder with things like music, because yeah, you can like learn to play piano and play pianos and learn new songs and tricks here and there. But how many are you going to like piano get-togethers or piano? You know what I mean? Unlike
Mm.
with your camera, you're always taking yourself somewhere different. You're taking yourself with different people. You're always keeping it exciting, almost something new all the time. And I think if you just keep doing that and keep growing, that your interests in general just stay.
I think you should find your why
Mm.
of whatever it is that you're doing. If you find out why it is that you have your passion for it, why it is that why you started, then if you just try to keep that why in mind, especially when you feel yourself starting to slip kind of thing, or if you feel like you're starting to like not get into it so much, or just remember that you have to go back. That's why you want to put those old pictures up and look at those old ones to see where you came from, and just remember why you even started doing this, and then try to keep that in there in your brain, in your heart, wherever you keep stuff like that. But I don't know.
Actually,
That's my
funny.
personal.
I think I never asked my question myself. I if I would answer it like now without thinking too much about it, like the answer that comes naturally to me would be I like making people happy, and I feel that like the joy of when people see their pictures and they're like, that's me, and especially if it's people who are never in the in front of the camera before, and they feel, oh, that keeps me pushing. But sometimes, people they express things differently. So if you send the edited pictures out, and then the person just says like, "Oh, thank you," and that's it, I feel like
Yeah, it's like a
Right,
shot to the
right,
I
heart.
broke my
right,
heart. Yeah, I was actually, I love
right,
everything.
right,
I didn't sleep for 3 days.
right. I've been editing this shit, and that's all this. That's the response that I get.
We're not alone. I'm not alone with that, right?
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh
not.
uh,
I've had
um,
complaints. Like, huh? What do you mean?
yeah. I know. Like what?
Told me
Oh
more
my god.
editing. More editing.
Right.
You do it.
Yeah. I was like, what? That's when I'll just send you a smiley
do,
face back.
do you know how much time I spent zooming in, increasing texture, and
Right.
erasing every pimple that is
Yeah.
found?
Right.
You see how
Right.
smooth your face is right now? Do
Right.
you
Right.
want the
Right.
original?
So yeah, I was saying, you want to see the you want to see the you want to see what the raw looks like.
That's the Lightroom skincare
Eh?
routine.
Right.
Speaking of
No.
Lightroom, so what editing software do
You'd
you
be
use?
surprised. Like, wow, I never saw human skin like that. Like, I'm never, when I'm editing, disgusted by anything I see. Like, literally, I just super professional about it. Like anyone,
Hmm.
like everyone. You zoom in, and I'm just, doing that shit. But I feel like if I would ever show this to someone, what I'm doing, they might be really embarrassed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. Like I've never discussed it either. I'm just I'm gonna get you right. Oh, don't even worry about
Right.
that little
Right.
pimple.
Right. Right.
Don't
Right.
even worry
Right.
about that
Right.
Like
little pimple. I
surgeon.
got it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we should be
Disappear.
paid like surgeons, like plastic
Yeah.
surgeons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fox calls it doing your makeup.
yeah. I'm doing your makeup
Mm,
for you. Yeah,
mm,
That's really what it is,
that's
though.
good.
I guess
it
like
is.
depending how deep you go into it, like it damn near can be doing your whole makeup. I don't got time like for that. Fox is just like fuck it. He sits there and kills it. But
I don't know. I love editing for some reason,
uh,
but
I can't go that far. I'm not gonna sit there and do your makeup. I'll get rid of your pimples and weird spots, and I'm not doing your makeup. I tried it. I know how to do it. Fox taught me, but it's time consuming.
I'm consuming. Yeah,
Yeah,
Very
fair
time
enough.
consuming. I can't.
but
I can't.
Also, that's the thing. Like for social media, you don't want to have this 100% polished. Like I don't, because we have like these editorial pictures that have to be perfect, right? But I think I'm like, okay, I'm getting rid of the pimples because I know, like, you can have eye bags or whatever that day, but if I remove it, it's still you. But the more you add like makeup or like even like body transformations, I would never do that, and I think you not as well. No, like I never saw it. Yeah, I think we should also not do that
I think
because so many people get insecure. They're like, wow, how did that look so good? Mm,
'cause Fox took the picture.
yeah. I don't go too far into. I don't do like modifications.
yeah, that's good.
But if I do, it would be like because some people like they'll stand a weird way, and there's like their ankle is like almost looks like it's like broken or some shit like that, and then I'll have to like adjust it back so at least it looks like they're standing correctly. I'll do stuff like that, but I'm not getting rid of any double chins. I'm not getting rid of any like anything that's like a plastic surgeon would do, but nah. Mostly, I think I like to edit like creatively. Like I want to change the background and like put you in like a different universe or some shit like that. That's more my style.
Hmm. So
Mm-mm.
speaking of editing, what do you use for editing? Like, what is your
Yeah,
go-to software?
Lightroom mobile.
Lightroom. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Lightroom's the
Like as
easiest.
long as I'm not getting paid, I'm not putting any money into it. But I should learn how to use Photoshop though.
That's how I was. Is I was so against using Photoshop because Lightroom, especially like editing a bunch of photos, Lightroom's just the way to go.
yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm never really at home doing the editing. I'm usually like when I'm in the train, like 30-minute train ride. Okay, I'm editing.
Uh,
Right.
so you do all the editing on your phone too?
I do.
I know Joshua does the same thing. I'm like, I used to, but it's like it's so much to me. I just enjoy doing it on the computer now, and I move
Right.
faster.
Once you get like a big screen and you just can't go back.
Mm.
Maybe. I don't know if it will feel the same way having like a mouse and trying to do masking. I like doing it with my finger, like zooming in and
You
like
could get one of
making up
these.
your eyes. Ah, yeah, okay.
You
Either
just
that or just you can get one of those cheap Wacom things. Like that's what I use. It's basically like yeah, if you can see it. Yeah, I use this for
Yeah,
it's
oh,
like
that's
basically like
cool.
sketching. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
but it's a pretty
Yeah, no,
cheap.
the editing scares me though, because I feel like you can spend hours editing. Like one picture takes me sometimes about 20 minutes. Um, and you have a lot of pictures to do, right? Uh, it scares me because it's the same reason of why I don't want an office job. I don't want to be like sitting there in front of a computer. Like
Mm.
I want to be out there. So when I started photography, I didn't sign up for all this computer work, and now I have to bear with it.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I would much rather like send out all the raw files, but I don't want them to post them.
yeah.
How do you explain that?
I think I mean if you get to a point where you could just have someone edit for you, if you really just are so against uh editing, I think that's how I am sometimes where I just don't want to do it, and I always think in my head, but I never have. I'm like I wish I could just have someone edit these, and I can just full time just go out there and take all the pictures and make someone else deal with my 2,000 photos that I took this weekend.
I mean, I
um,
can still select them. I can make it 40 pictures, for shooting. But so
yeah,
if you
but
have 40 pictures and those 40 pictures are like 20 minutes per photo,
yeah, it really
yeah, I
depends.
don't want
It
to add that
depends
on.
how like I could sit there for hours and sometimes even days because I'm like I'll edit for an hour and then be like I gotta take a break for a photo, but I can also edit something in 5-10 minutes. It just depends.
Hmm.
I think it depends
Yeah.
Depends on
on
the picture.
it
Yeah,
depends on the
depends on the
picture. How
picture.
how good was the original picture,
Right.
um, and how many like blemishes that person has. Because a lot of stuff I think you can just take out with removing texture. If you just
Right.
soften
Yeah.
their the
For me, the
faces.
thing that took the most time is like masking. So like adding texture to some parts of the picture and then removing from others, and then
Mm,
so small sometimes.
yeah.
Mm.
I guess it really depends. It depends how in depth you want to go, how creative you want to get with it. You can edit a photo between 5-10 minutes, or you can take days to edit a photo. It just really depends.
Can I say something controversial?
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I think I came up with another reason why I do photography.
Mm.
And so, how do I put this without bashing me? Can I just say it anyway? So basically, there is like a weakness about me is I think I like leading. I like controlling like the situation. So whenever we had like group works in university, I was saying like, can I be the leader? Maybe. Okay, cool. And I like this, but I had to like drive this way down because you have to be soft and understanding. You cannot just give an order. So I worked a lot on that. And then when I started photography, all that work was like because you kind of control people. You tell them what to do and they do it. That's
That's
fun. Like
so
I
true.
don't take advantage of that at all. It's
You
fun
sure?
though.
Yes, you
You
do.
sure?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I mean it's like just funny if you tell them, wait, I think I would like you to lie upside down in the stairways. And I do it first to see if it's dangerous or no. And then, the model just lies there listening. I think it's pretty cool.
I think your
Yeah.
catchphrase is "Don't smile."
Hey, don't smile.
Don't smile.
Yeah. That's what she's telling everybody that, man. Why are you
That's what I
moving?
said all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Why are
that's
you
you.
moving?
That's
Did I tell you to
Who
move?
did I move?
those are your catchphrases.
Yeah.
Don't
I think
smile. Did I tell
sometimes
you
I
to
have
move?
I have
Right.
sometimes these behind the scenes, and when I watch them again, every time I say, yeah, 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 yeah. That's so
That too.
embarrassing.
That too.
Um,
I think it's nice. It's
Mm,
just it's really good. I don't know. It's shows that everybody's different, especially photographers.
yeah,
that's true.
but I
Yeah,
think I think it's
everybody.
good that you're not afraid to tell
Mm,
people how it is. I think some photographers are very scared almost to say it. You're like, don't smile. I didn't tell you to move. Get back. Not
right,
like this. Do it like that.
right.
You make it sound so mean.
It's funny to watch,
Nah,
honestly.
I think it's
It's
hilarious to watch.
hilarious to watch. But that's how you get those photos. I mean, you do what you
Right.
gotta do, and you get amazing photos doing it.
At the end of the day, you gotta make it happen.
Yeah,
So,
and you do make it happen.
mm,
Um,
Yeah.
let's go into So you and me are kind of in the same boat where we not too long ago picked the camera up. Do you have any advice for someone that is thinking about picking up a camera, or even modeling? Because you've done both. So
Hmm. So for someone who wants to pick up the camera, I would say before you buy a camera, um, go find someone and like borrow it for a while because if you're gonna buy one and invest all that money and then you're gonna learn how to use it and then maybe it's just nothing for you and that camera is just gonna sit. I feel like if you borrow it, you can. It's like a trial, right?
hmm,
And if you borrow it, you also usually have the person with you who can give you advice, and then you can just feel like if it's something that you want to do or not. And then also another advice. that I would personally give is get a second-hand camera. Like, don't go for expensive gear, and also gear doesn't matter. I feel like everybody's out there saying, "Yeah, you have a Nikon, that sucks, or Canon, or you gotta get a Sony." Nobody ever knows Pentax,
You do
so
gotta get a Sony though.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't think that makes you a better photographer, to be honest.
I think it does.
So,
Two against one.
you see.
I think it does. I think it does.
Yeah, so that would be my advice. Like, just go into it, and then you also have to experiment. Like, don't go into a niche directly. Try to do everything and see what interpels you. Is it like more landscapes or architecture? Is it portrait or artistic photography, or is it street photography? Everything is so interesting. So just see what attracts you the most. And as for modeling, I think modeling would be interesting for everyone. Like any gender, any age, any ethnicity, since like I feel like people compare themselves. They're like, no, I shouldn't model because I'm too short. I'm too I don't know what. Um, but I think everybody can do it because it boosts your confidence. It's the same as dancing. I would say like things.
Ah, the
Um,
dance. The dance. We're back with the dance.
this goes hand in hand. I think every model should know some basic dance moves. So important.
Tess literally just said this
And
on Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
really,
Yeah, she said the
Tessa
same
saying that.
thing.
Yeah,
We called the YouTube video the dance.
dance.
Yeah, I guess that's as a model, maybe you should really get into dancing. That's twice we've heard that on the pod.
Mm.
it keeps coming back. Isamu told the same. You know the model from Aichi?
Hmm.
Yeah. And he's even like teaching posing and with dance together, like it because it's so important. Yeah, but I think that's like a lot of development, like of a personal character. So why not try?
How do you? How would you say you build confidence to? Because modeling does build confidence, but how do you get the confidence to even step behind or in front of that camera?
Um, I would say building confidence for that reason would like let go of what other people might think of you. And it could start as easily with like breathing exercises, close your eyes, and you connect to your body again. You're not like, okay, I'm standing here so weirdly, what should I do? You look into the camera, that's like just some anonymous object, but you just connect to your body, to your breathing, and try to feel the emotions really that you want to portray. And I think when you go back to the basics, back to what nature gave you, this is going to build up confidence. It's not about comparing you to others. It's not even if your mom compliments you. I don't think that confidence comes from others. Um, it should come from within. And you can always like talk to others about it. You can always like read books um, until you find a connection to yourself.
Wise words. Yes,
Very.
Hope that makes sense.
No, it does. It
it
does.
does.
Does make a lot of sense. I do like how it came back to dancing though. I do like how it
Yeah.
does. It comes back to
It's
dancing.
I was
proof.
dancing hip hop for like 6 years, so it always comes
I
back to
know we
this.
gotta schedule your dance off with Fox.
Yes!
uh,
Girl, look,
I think he's gonna
I
hire
am.
you
I
to
look.
teach his
Look.
classes for him. Actually,
Oh yeah, I need to substitute teacher. Yeah, have come teach some of the classes.
that's you.
Please teach me.
I would love
Can
to
make it
see that.
happen.
I would love to see that. You should bring her along as a co-dancer. And I want to come to record the whole thing.
That would be awesome.
I think that would be
Oh,
yeah, that'd be pretty
shit.
awesome. Um,
Oh shit! Let me look at chat. See if anybody said something.
we forgot to share the stream together, but it's alright.
That's all good. I got somebody sitting there. Hey, is this the my Bay Leah? Is this the photography? Yes, this is the photography podcast.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. But
Hmm. Interesting. So, what do you prefer, behind or in front of the camera?
Behind,
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Yeah, I had a nervous wreck when you put me in front of the camera the last time we shot together.
Yeah, no, how would I say? I feel like when I'm in front, I am totally objected to the style of the photographer. And I think especially for those photographers who are not vocal, um, like I need them to tell me what kind of emotion they're looking for and to know what they want to capture, and also where they cut me off because, there's no need to go to uncomfortable positions with your feet if they cut you off at the hip, right?
Mm.
And I feel like you lose all that control. But I think if I would have like a very professional vocal photographer who can tell me what to do, who shows me some like behind, I think it would be equal, like in front and behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just feel like I'm kind of tired of my own face. Like I think it's much more interesting to capture so many different faces instead of having like some.
Yeah, I agree.
very true.
I agree. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I don't like being in front of that camera at all. I don't know.
I think you were posing really well though.
Uh, I don't know. You're yelling at
You
me.
did. I was not.
You're yelling at me, hurting my feelings.
Yes. Why are you moving?
How?
I'm
Stop
so.
smiling.
Why do you look so stiff?
What are you
No, I captured your authentic love. What do you
When am I
mean?
gonna get those
You were
pictures?
stiff. Maybe in a couple of months.
If not, a couple months
No.
after that.
Yeah, and if not a couple of years after. No.
It'll be like 3 years from now. I'll forget about the shoot. And next thing you know, Layla's.
Maximum 2 weeks.
maximum 2 weeks?
I think I have yours edited. I don't know. I edit them, and my problem is, as unless I save them, I just keep going. That's my problem, and I keep running out of space. I
By the way, I have a question to you. When you edit, right? Do you edit in chronological order? So like that shooting was before that one, so I edit those pictures first, or do you edit when you feel like inspired?
So I try to edit kind of chronologically. That way people won't get their photos, you know, in months. But it gets hard when I do so much shooting, because then I will go through once and I'll edit what I think's the best pictures. But then I'll have another project which I now am editing that one, and then I start doing the same thing, and then I got another one, then I gotta edit those, and then eventually, when I'm scavenging for photos, I will go back and I'll be like, oh, that's actually a really good photo. I don't know how I missed that, and then I'll start editing that one, and it's just a never-ending process. Uh,
Never ending. Plus, yesterday you took a lot of pictures, right?
yeah, I got 2,000 photos for the weekend.
Hey,
uh,
2000.
Did work yesterday. We did work yesterday. Yeah.
yeah, even without
You
USJ,
you
we,
can
we
show
made it
me.
work. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but
Did you go on any rides?
we didn't go.
We didn't go. It was raining.
It was raining. We shot at
Oh,
the
true. It was
studio.
me.
Yeah.
We ended up just shooting at Fox's studio, um,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
and scavenging whatever we could out of the day. But I got some
Yeah.
super cool shots.
Yeah.
I give it a little teaser because I'm so excited about these photos.
Please.
Hopefully nothing crazy pops up. Here we go. I'll show. I'll pull the one up that I put on Instagram. Let's see.
Share screen though.
I got you. I'm just trying to find it first. Where are they? I got too many screens here. Let's see.
Good day, my bae Leah. What up? What up?
Who's that?
Chatter.
Chat. Welcome. Um, my people can see all my photos. Well, I'm looking.
A screen, please.
I might as well just share it. It's already showing up on my stream. Mm, 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 mm. Can we see? Can we see?
We
Gotta
can
click.
see. Wow! Dang!
Yeah.
Damn.
That looks amazing. Wow! All the suits and all.
Where is my photos? What's going on here? We got Fox looking sexy.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Test shots.
Ooh,
Yeah, these are test
ooh.
shots, right?
What happened?
These were test shots, right?
Yeah, those are test shots.
Yeah.
Oh, here they are. Here they are. Where is it?
Oh, wow! Wow!
Hold on, I
That
edited
looks
some of
so
these.
good.
Oh, here's the
Wow,
editing.
it's so difficult. How do you even shoot with those water droplets? What was your aperture?
What was my aperture? That's actually a really good question. Uh,
I tried this like yesterday with like an umbrella with water droplets on it, like these transparent ones, and I couldn't see the face behind it all.
we use like a super
Wow,
thin
this looks
plastic.
amazing. Hey,
I like these
wow.
ones a lot because you can even like see her face in the reflection.
Shit.
Yeah, that one and this one.
Okay.
Yeah, these are pretty sick.
Can't wait for you to post them.
I can't wait to post them. I don't know when, but eventually. Uh,
That looks amazing.
yeah, we got a bunch of different people. We did, yeah. So like we just used
Ah, dang.
cheap plastic and like a water a spray bottle
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
to make those shots. I
Where
guess
did you even buy the plastic?
uh
In the dollar
Daiso
store.
Daiso.
The Daiso.
Oh, good to
Yeah,
know.
like you can see it better. It's literally just a thin plastic sheet. We sprayed water on it. And
Oh, that's really cool.
where's my and then like I said, I was playing with light. I was practicing those. Uh,
It kind of reminds me of my first studio. Like in November, I built it up in my home with a bed sheet.
mhm.
And for the reflector, well, that looks cool.
Yeah, this is
I
just
that
us.
was so stupid. I was in the basement. I took like a box, like a cardboard box.
Mhm.
I cut it out in a round way, so it was like a big round card like box.
Mhm.
And then I put aluminium on it. I don't know how you say it in English. You know, like the thing you normally wrap your sandwich in.
Yeah, the Ziploc bags.
Aluminium? Yeah. And it was reflecting really well. So even zero budget, you can do something. It's cool.
Yeah, you don't need an expensive budget to create cool photos. This is yesterday in the street.
Oh, that looks cool. That reminded me of Minecraft.
Yeah, I was having a blast with this. This is all like this is the cars turned into
I
this.
see exactly what you did with your camera, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like the movement. Shoot.
Yeah, you can tell the movement, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I was having fun dragging light yesterday. Oh shit, I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, it's a little insider of yesterday's shoot. We got a bunch.
Thank
There
you
was
for
like 2,000.
sharing.
Of course. Thank you for sharing your little your project. Little sneak peek on
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
pod. Only people that watched it get to see it. So until
Yeah, the others
posted.
have to wait another week.
Another week. That's fine. I'll wait till. Can you post before Thursday? Thursday next week. That way I can post it.
My
I think
bae,
that
Leah says,
there are four posts to come, each day one.
my bae Leah says, great water droplet photos. Shame the girl photobombed it.
What? I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh,
That's
shots fired. Shots
that's
fired.
fire for sure.
No, but
But
it was
yeah.
it was a good ass shot though.
Other than that, Fox, you got anything for Layla?
No, we probably open up the chat. If you guys got any questions for Layla, send them through.
How many people are online? Since I don't see.
This one I didn't have a lot. This one I kept.
It's hard to tell
Yeah,
because it's like,
it went in and
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They usually do better on YouTube because a lot of people don't have Twitch, especially like in our group chat. So they'll rewatch them on YouTube when
I
they get
see.
posted.
I'll send this to my sister.
But I think hopefully there's nothing wrong with this video. Or Fox, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't. The last couple pods that I've done, there's been something wrong. Like
No.
we did one with Joe a couple weeks ago, and you couldn't hear Fox and Joe the whole podcast. And then the one we did with Tess, you couldn't hear me for the first 20 minutes. And then we did one with Dave, and it just kept shutting off, like it kept freezing and then cutting. But this one, it hasn't cut and freeze, so as long as sound isn't messed up, we're good. I think we're good.
I think we're good. But I
See,
have almost no battery left though.
oh shit. Well, that's good timing then. Yeah, we'll leave it up for a couple more moments. Yeah, anybody in chat, let us know.
Ask away,
Uh,
ask
it's
away.
about to be out.
In the meantime, do you have anything you want to ask us?
Well, I have this one question that I asked before of like, where do you take your inspiration from?
Do you want to go first, Fox?
Ooh, where do I take inspiration from? Everybody, everybody, because everybody shoots different. It's like photography is like one of those things. It's like how everybody has different fingerprints. Everybody's photos look just there is like even if you're taking the same like shot angle, somebody I mean yours is going to be different than mine and mine's going to be different than whoever else's, and it's like everybody has their own flavor, and
That's
just seeing like the just what is possible. Because every single time I go out with anybody, I go out with Cruz, I go out with you, and then or whoever else, and then just the way that you guys take your shots make me think about my shots even harder. So
mm.
everybody inspires me.
Honestly, I was gonna
Have you
say.
already had
Oh, go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, no.
Have you already had like some advice that you deliberately ignored? Like someone gave you advice for photography, but you were like, no.
Yes.
What was it? Not who, just what.
Someone that didn't take
Uh,
photos.
when people were telling me to, or not people, but like I had some guy a long time ago, was like trying to like make me sit at like a specific shutter speed when I shot, and he gave me some long winded fucking explanation for it. But then like when I started going out with people and I'm like looking at like what everybody else's settings, and then like talking to other photographers, and they're like even the older photographers, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? I do whatever, man, whatever the shot needs, kind of shit. And it just made so much more sense to me. So I was like,
Mm.
yeah, that would be.
Hmm.
What about you, Justin?
I think I'm the same way. Honestly, I take inspiration from everyone. I think we're surrounded, especially in like the group we're involved with. We're surrounded by a lot of creative people. Like those water shots I showed. That wasn't my first time just I didn't come up. We actually saw someone do that at the last event, but I didn't get any of those shots, and I was really interested in trying to figure out how to make those shots happen.
Mm.
So I like to pick everyone's brain and their shots. I like to take a little bit maybe from what I learned from you or maybe what I learned from Fox and kind of throw it together. You know what I mean? And make it my own, however way I can. But I definitely am big on taking inspiration for those around me because there's always someone better. We're surrounded by a bunch of talented people. There's someone better than me at a lot of things. Uh,
Better or different?
Both, honestly. Like I
That's
don't
not
like to
bad.
be in a room where I'm the best at whatever I do. So going into an event or a photo walk like we do, there's some talented ass people that are with us. You know what I mean? Um, so I don't.
Joshua.
Yeah, Josh. Exactly. Joshua has
Just
been
one of
a
them. Yeah,
huge
just one
mentor.
of them.
He's been a huge mentor to me. I went to Nagoya and him and Jiro just took me out and they sat me and they literally grabbed my camera and messed with settings. Like they taught me how to do certain things. Um, Joshua's definitely been a big mentor. He sat me last event and made me learn Flash, off camera Flash. He forced me to learn that. Um, so it's definitely like that's what I enjoy. Especially like you and me are newer photographers. So just being surrounded by these guys is very helpful to us. I think personally. Anyways, I don't know how you feel, but I think being surrounded by these guys that have been doing it is very helpful for someone that just picked up a camera, and that's
Right.
also why I've been able to excel so fast.
I agree.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
Thanks. Awesome.
What
and
about you? Your inspirations.
Um, I think I might have talked a little bit before about it in the sense of just when I see people, I get this idea of them already, and I just want like I want to shoot them. But definitely everything that goes into it, like people that I met recently, because before that I didn't meet any photographers, so only here in Japan, and then that I've talked about photography. I mean, and then also Pinterest and what I see on Instagram. They're like, oh, that's possible. I want to try that, something similar. And as for bad advice, no, not bad advice, but advice that I didn't want to take is someone who told me to shoot in automatic mode instead of manual mode.
yeah,
And I was like, well,
it's a big difference. I
I don't
mean,
know.
when I first picked up the camera, I was shooting auto. I mean, that's how I learned how to kind of work the camera. But once
But I use autofocus though, which is sometimes very
it's
slow. Like sometimes it doesn't even take the picture, you know. But if I do it like manually, and I look through this little hole, I don't even know if it's 100% clear or not.
no, I agree. Did Joshua ever teach you the trick? The little auto hack?
I'll ask him.
I don't know if Fox knows it. And then for
Oh,
chat, uh, Joshua taught me that if you switch your camera to auto, focus it, you can get your camera settings right there and switch to manual.
say that again.
So you put your camera in auto, you focus, so you
Mm-hmm.
get your ISO and you get everything, your aperture, and then you
Uh-huh.
switch to manual and throw those settings in there.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't work if the model moves.
Yes and no. I think it gives you a good baseline. If you want to do that for a
That's
baseline, and then tweak it how you want
Right.
your photo, that's something good.
okay.
Because if the model
Okay, I'll
moves,
try that
even
out.
then, I don't think you like for example, if one model moves, like you're not gonna be needing to like whole ass like readjust your ISO because of that.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah, that's
so.
true. That's true, but
So
you know what? And maybe it's my camera. Maybe that's why you want me to have a Sony. But if, for example, I have my model walk somewhere, then I have to refocus. So if I do, you know, like how you call it when when you take multiple photos,
mhm.
Right, right,
then
bursts.
it gets out of focus as the model walks.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's
Uh,
such an autofocus thing. It's aperture and ISO. It gives you a good baseline. I think if you're sitting somewhere and you're just getting bad photos, and you're like, "What am I doing wrong?" You just switch it to auto. Kind of get a baseline of settings and then tweak it from there to your liking. I think it's good.
Yeah.
For anyone that just joined, we did open the chat for Layla. If you have any questions, we're gonna give it about another 30 seconds or so. Um, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's another one of those things that it's like, I mean, either use it or I mean, use it if you want to. Like I wouldn't let anybody like tell you like if you work in auto, work in auto. Like I don't think like nobody's gonna be looking at pictures and being like, oh,
Definitely auto.
she used autofocus.
Definitely auto.
Oh no, no, nobody's looking at pictures like that. They just see the picture.
Yeah.
So I think first off, just get the picture, get the shot, and if you want to like start to like hone in your skills and stuff like that, okay, you can do that. But I think you should. I wouldn't stress yourself out about that shit at all, or anybody else that's listening, guys. Like, don't let people mind fuck you into stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's also angle too. Like camera settings are obviously a big part, but it's also angles. You know, you
Yeah,
could have perfect camera settings, but if your angle that you're taking the picture is bad, it's bad. You know what I mean?
this is bad. Yeah,
It's
it's
just
not gonna
it's
be good.
bad.
Yeah,
So even if you're is shooting in auto, as especially for, I think this is more for newer photographers. If you're shooting in auto to learn your angles, then okay, there's nothing wrong with it. You're still gonna get a good photo. I think the difference between auto and manual is that I learned once I switched was you can just tweak your photo just so much more when you're in manual. You could tweak the outcome of your photo so much more.
what up, Philip? Philip says, "True. Nobody cares if it's autofocus." It's like, yeah, see, yeah,
Yeah, it's facts. It's no one cares.
yeah. Nobody cares about that shit, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but imagine you have the perfect shot and then you zoom in and it focused like on the head instead of the eye.
right,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why like it comes down to you're still gonna get a good photo, but it's those little things that when you switch to manual you can adjust.
Yeah.
one thing I will say, especially for the zoom lens users, another trick, especially if you're trying to get focus, like, you would you say your focus was until like what 75?
Yeah.
Yeah, like punch in all the way, like on their like nose or on their eye or whatever. Get the zoom there, and then I mean, you get your focus there, and then zoom back out to where you want it. So that way, if you know at whatever distance you are from where you're standing, you have perfect focus. That's how I end up learning how to manual focus.
Mm.
Philip says, uh,
Good
so you
advice.
don't miss out on nice fun lenses because they're manual. He said, "Oh wait, sorry." He says, "But knowing manual lenses is good because so you don't miss out on nice fun lenses because they're all manual."
Yeah, that's what really I think that's what taught me the most is when I got my fisheye and it was manual, and this is when I was still
Yeah,
shooting auto, and I was like, oh shit. I gotta go to manual to be able to use
yeah,
my manual lens. I was like,
yeah,
okay, well, I didn't know how to do manual, but I guess I'm gonna have to learn.
yeah.
And that's where I really started learning manual because I bought a fisheye and I had no choice.
Right.
I had
It's
absolutely
always
no
good when you're
choice.
forced.
Yeah. Once you're forced to do it, then
I think my
yeah.
phone's about to die.
Uh,
That's okay. Any questions?
quick questions.
Quick
Last questions
questions.
for
Rapid
Layla
fires.
before she jumps out. She's getting red barred.
Getting red barred.
Yeah,
All
we'll leave it
right,
over for a little
we'll
bit.
call it.
I can call
Um,
it
But
night then.
anyways, yeah, for everybody watching, or at least on my side or everybody's side,
yeah.
follow Layla at on Instagram at
Layla.clicks.
Layla.clicks.
Yep, her Instagram is on
Layla
my screen, so make sure you show her
clicks.
some love.
Yeah, follow all of us actually.
It's
All
just
of us.
she's trying to do the
Layla
heart again.
clicks. Yeah, here's the heart.
There's the heart. Yeah,
There
My
definitely,
heart for you.
she, definitely show her some love. She's a great photographer, great storyteller in her photos. So just
Mm.
give her a follow, show some love, like her
Thank,
photos, comment.
thank you for the invite.
Of course,
Yeah,
thank you so
always,
much for
It
always.
was
joining.
fun.
I'm glad you
Mm.
joined. Definitely glad we got to have you. Um,
Yeah, thank
Other
you
than
so
that,
much.
thank you guys for whoever watched. Whoever
Yeah,
watched, show some love. Make sure you follow the Instagrams, different social medias as we're gonna keep updating events. If you are interested in trying out modeling or photography, you're always welcome, especially if you're
hey,
in the Japan area. Cool.
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Hell yeah. All right. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Thank
Peace.
you.